The demand for ADHD medication has increased, but the supply of these stimulants is still a stubborn issue. As more and more Arkansans are being diagnosed with ADHD, one mother tells THV11's Rebecca Brown how this back order is turning into a major problem for her and her son.
I do if I can't get this because it makes a huge difference for him.
Every mother's worst fear is not being able to provide for their child. And for Bailey Lorenzen, she felt that firsthand when she was told by multiple pharmacies that they didn't have her son Ben's medication.
Folklin has worked really well and we haven't had any trouble. And then his prescription ran out a couple weeks ago. It's usually around the middle of the month. And I called our pharmacy and they told me we don't have any, it's on back order.
Lorenzen says Ben has been living with an ADHD diagnosis his whole life, and he takes stimulant medications to help him focus. However, with the nationwide shortage of these types of medications, it has given Ben quite the scare.
He does worry because he knows it helps him, but he said if I try really, really hard, I can focus. I'm like, I know, but you shouldn't have to do that for 7+ hours a day, 5 days a week, work that hard.
Children with ADHD usually have trouble paying attention, controlling impulsive behaviors, and more.
And it makes a huge difference for some of the kids. I know it doesn't work for everyone, but it works really well for Ben, and we've been happy with it.
Lorenzen says although there are so many negative connotations around people who have ADHD, she chooses to focus on the positive because there is so much more to Ben than meets the eye.
Is the sweetest boy. He is so precious. He is thoughtful, he's kind, but he is getting to an older age where he understands why he needs it, that it does work. He knows the difference between, hey, I can tell when it's working versus when it's not.
In Little Rock, Rebecca Brown, THV 11 News.
The FDA and DEA says they will continue to do all they can to prevent stimulant drug shortages, limit their impact, and resolve them as quickly as possible.